All right. Okay. How you guys doing? So today I got two more candies. Actually, well, in the last episode I did one. So today I'm doing two. The reason I'm doing two is because I got a lot of these candies and some of them just aren't really that interesting. Like with bottle caps, everyone knows bottle caps, and there was kind of enough to talk about. But with these two that I have currently, people probably also know them. Uh, the only real difference to these two is just that they're the old-timey versions. Back when I was a kid, these were the candies to have, and let me tell you what, uh, they were. So first we'll start out with this one, Cow Tales. You guys probably already know Cow Tales. Uh, I ran into Cow Tales all the time. Except that usually I never had it. Like I'd see it in the store all the time. People I knew would have it, but also nobody wanted to share. Not a single person wanted to share their Cow Tales. So here we have Cow Tales, just in this tiny little pack. The interesting thing about the Cow Tales is they actually are kind of like a different candy that I'm going to show, which is this candy. You know this one. Come on, focus. Focus. I'm trying to get out of frame. Focus. Oh well. You know what I'm talking about. So, the little caramel with the cream in the middle. That's what this is. But this is sort of more interesting, I guess. A lot of people had these as a kid, and they were very popular. There doesn't appear to be any nutrition facts on it. What do we have here? Baltimore. That wasn't a slight against Baltimore, it says Baltimore. Chewy caramel with a cream center. Goldsy. American made. Yeah, in Baltimore, apparently. Look at this. What the heck? Throw that away. And there we have it. Just a little, like, caramel deal with a creamy center. So, you just take this little deal and pop it in your mouth, really. Just shove it right in. That's good. I've never really liked Cow Tales. It's the caramel, really. Just something about the caramel I never really liked. It's not bad, though. It's not bad at all. Very chewy. It has that same quality that Oreo has, where with an Oreo you have the chocolate cookies that had the cream in the middle. For a lot of people, the cream, there's not enough cream, so then they get the bigger cream fillings, and more often than not, it sort of ruins the Oreo just because, yeah, you might enjoy it more, but that sort of like having that perfect amount of chocolate with that perfect amount of cream, it makes you want more cream, but also it's just the right amount. Just the right amount. With this one, it's the same way. Like, the cream was definitely the best part of the Cow Tail. The caramel, since I'm going to move on to the second candy real quick, I'll just go ahead and rate this one. So, my rating system was 1 to 5. It was value, nostalgia, and taste. So I'll start with taste. So taste, I'd put it at a 3. It's a solid 3. It's like an Oreo. You know, it's good. Not for me, but maybe it'll be for you. If you, it has that sort of dusty caramel, very chewy, very chewy actually, but not too chewy. Like if you really wanted to throw it down, you could. Value, that thing was like that thing was like 20 cents. Like if you want to get like 80 of those, that would be nothing. Um, Nostalgia. Again, it sort of had this big hype around it because everyone had it and everyone loved it, but I never really had it. Like I never physically had it in my hand ready to eat. So for me, it was a little bit less nostalgic. So I'll put it at a two. One for it being this super valued, like everyone wanted to have it, and I never did. So it had this like majesty to it. Doesn't really live up to it. Also, I never really had any like I never had any memorable things to do with it. So two. So value excellent. Two, for the nostalgia and the taste. The taste taste was alright. So the next one up, next on our chopping block, AirHeads. AirHeads. So with AirHeads, this is my favorite flavor, by the way. So AirHeads are something that we have today. Obviously, not like this. Back in my day, AirHeads had a really big packaging. I'm not sure if it was this big, or if it was a little bit bigger. Maybe my hands are just bigger, and I'm remembering as being huge. But AirHeads were they were the thing to have. They had this really sour and just flavorful thing. You could just throw them into any lunch, any meal, anything, and just have it. So for me, for me personally, this is a very nostalgic one. Also because I actually got to eat this as opposed to the cowtail, which was like this thing that only certain people got it. Don't ask me why cowtails were like that for me, but they were. With the AirHeads though, these were very commonplace, like to the point where everyone had one, and also people weren't so afraid to let you have half of theirs. Like, hey, can I have half? They'd be like, totes, and they toss you half. This one's White Mystery. Artificially flavored. AirHeads, 60 calories per bar. Well, my diet's ruined. Ooh. This is gluten-free, peanut and tree nut free. I see you. Perfetti. It's my favorite word to say. Sugar. Palm oil. Artificial flavors. And a bunch of colors. And an expiration date that means nothing to anyone. Okay, I'm just gonna open it up. Okay, this is the big thing with AirHeads. I started to open it, look at that. It like, as I would open it, it just like, it tore in the weirdest possible fashion. And then it would stick to the inside of the package as you pulled it out. That's very nostalgic, actually. Just trying to pull an AirHead out of the packaging and having it not work at all. So there's that. It's just a freaking a slab of candy, really. Just not happy to see me at all. But I'm happy to see it. Oh, one serving per container, and actually a lot less sugar than I thought would be in it. But I guess it's probably just all sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it down, or at least some of it. That's weird. That's so weird. Um, what to say about that? Man, the texture. I think everyone knows Airheads for the texture. No one's looking at an Airhead and being like, oh man, the taste. It's just unbeatable. The taste was, it's what you'd expect of a candy. The taste is also very nostalgic, but the texture itself, like, you put it in your mouth and it sort of like, it crumbles. And then it like, as you push it around your mouth, it sort of like Play-Doh, just like kind of, not that I've ever had Play-Doh in my mouth, but like Play-Doh, it just sort of like mushes back together and then re-crumbles as it soaks up the moisture and then like dries up again. Just the weirdest texture you could imagine. Um, but that was only one bite, and there's like two or three more bites at least out of that. Uh, I'm ready to rate it honestly. Let's see. Value, again, that was like, I think that one specifically was like 75 cents. Uh, yeah, definitely worth it, definitely. But I'd say probably also value wise, I'm gonna put it at a three, only because if you got a whole pack of it, it'd probably be like $2, and there'd be like 10 or 15 in there, I guess. And also, I doubt that the flavor changes much between the old days version to the current day version, because like I don't know, I've sort of had this, couldn't tell you the last time, but a number of years ago, and it didn't taste that off. So value wise, three, could be better if you just want to taste it, or you just like, oh man, I just want to taste it one time in this specific flavor. Then yeah, hit that up. Like 70 cents, I think. I can't remember, but here, oldtimescandy.com, oldtimecandy.com, candy you ate as a kid. Is that an R restricted? Anyways, you can hit them up and get those same prices that I got. Uh, I'm not. I should have said this in the last episode. I'm not sponsored. I just found the candy and was like, hey, I should review this. So value, I put it at a three. Just it's a good price if you're just looking to get one. You can get more for a better price though. Overall, taste. Uh, it doesn't necessarily taste good. I wouldn't choose it as a candy. I'll place it at a three just because it doesn't taste bad, but I don't personally care for it. I like this one a lot, so I'll put this one at a four. Four. Uh, nostalgia. Yeah, that was there for me. I'm putting that at a five. Three for a five, baby. Um, so that's it. If you like these candies, liked watching me eat them, uh, look up that website. You can get your own candy from them. Some of the time, I saw a lot of candies, especially the Airheads, were out of stock in the really popular flavors. So you more than likely won't be able to find the exact candy that you're looking for. Sometimes. I found mine. I found my favorite flavor. If you can't find yours, I'm sure that they'll have it eventually. Uh, but with, oh, and also the cow's tail people, don't get mad at me. I didn't particularly like cow's tail. Cowtails, cow's tail. CBS. Uh, if you like cow's tail, uh, good on you. I just didn't really ever have it, so when I did have it, it wasn't that special to me. Uh, but yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this, smack a like. If you actually liked it, consider watching some of my other videos, and check out the last video where I reviewed the bottle caps. That's right, I reviewed the bottle caps. Those chalky bottle caps. And I'll catch you on the flip side.